What's up, Eagles fans? Welcome inside the film room presented by Lincoln Financial Group. I'm Fran Duffy. Today, we're going to take a look at Eagles' 6th round pick, linebacker JaCoby Stevens out of LSU. Now, former safety. And so when I wanted to pull these plays for us to watch, I took out most of the plays where he's lined up deep because there's a lot of examples of him being lined up in the box, playing in traffic, because that's the transition he has to make, right? He's going to be playing more linebacker now, so he's got to have a sense of how to play, how to operate with bodies around him. Because when you're lined up at safety, you're on an island a little bit. You're seeing the ball from a different angle. When you now have to come up and play, which you see him here, lined up in the box, there's a lot of traffic you got to deal with. And honestly, it was this game against Alabama in 2019 where I watched and I said, you know what? I feel like this guy can play linebacker. I remember watching this game from last summer. I watched it on TV live in the summer or in the fall of 2019, but last summer of 2020, watching this on film and thinking, this guy I think can play linebacker. He can make that transition well to the NFL because he's got this experience and he does it really, really well. He looks natural playing in the box. So you watch him here lined up against Alabama. He's getting his teammates lined up. He's been known as the quarterback of that defense. So you kind of see that there, right? But also, you're going to see that ability to deal with contact. He's going to trigger downhill, fight through contact from the tight end, get into the backfield against the first-round pick, Najee Harris, tackle for loss behind the line of scrimmage. Really nicely done there against Alabama. One more play here against Georgia, and we're going to see this. Georgia, one of the best teams in the SEC. This is 2019, okay, so he's still wearing number 3. We're going to get to his senior year where he's wearing number 7. But here's JaCoby Stevens lined up on the line of scrimmage, pressed up against the tight end. He's got that experience where he's been a matchup player in that defense, so you can do a lot of different things from a pass game standpoint. But again, playing linebacker, you're going to have to play the run, right? So you're going to watch him here, play through contact, fight through the block of the tight end, get to the running back, get him down on the ground. Really nice job there from JaCoby Stevens. Now, we're going to see a few more plays where he is lined up as more of a safety, but also this is now going to be 2020. So it's a different defense. The defensive coordinator changed. Dave Aranda, who was there for the national title run, he goes to Baylor. So you got a new defense. You got a bunch of players that left there. They had some injuries. They had some opt-outs. So the defense didn't really perform up to snuff, up to the way that many expected in 2020. But JaCoby Stevens was still a big part of what they were doing. And obviously, he's just trying to mix and match with all the turnover that they had. Here's JaCoby Stevens now wearing number 7, which is a very important number for that LSU program. They only give that number out if you deserve it, if you were one of the preeminent players on that team. Basically, if it's like saying you are the captain of that team. Here's JaCoby Stevens, violent finish there on the ball carrier against Vanderbilt. We're going to see another example here, this time in the red zone. I'm going to show this one from the sideline. You get a really good sense of the finish. Here's JaCoby Stevens, again, lined up at safety, but short field in the low red zone, so kind of comparable to playing linebacker. I just want you to see the finish on the ball carrier. It's going to be a quarterback run. He's going to run that alley. He's going to come downhill. It's a one-on-one stop. Just watch the contact. Watch the force of the ball carrier. Watch on contact. Who wins? Who gets pushed backwards? JaCoby Stevens, a hammer on contact. Stops him cold right at the 5-yard line. Really good tackle there by JaCoby Stevens. Another example here, now up on the line of scrimmage. This is the opener here in 2020. He's lined up in this part of this blitz package here against Mississippi State. Now what you're going to get is that he's going to kind of loop around here on this blitz. And obviously playing linebacker, he's in more of a position now to be a blitzer. We're just going to see the finish here for the sack. Turns a tight corner. Gets home, nice violent finish for the sack there for JaCoby Stevens. Like the finish there. Obviously, all of his teammates excited for him there on that back end of that play. One more play, and you're going to see another example of him lined up right on the line of scrimmage, kind of mugging the B gap here against the offensive guard. But he is not going to be a blitzer, at least not at first on this play, because what I think is happening, and again, not 100% sure, looks like he's man-to-man against the back. Watch the back. The back is staying into pass protect. So once he sees that he's scanning, JaCoby Stevens is like, all right, well, if you're going to stay in and block, I'm going to insert. I'm going to now become part of the pressure package. That's called being a green dog player. So once he sees that the back is staying in to protect, well, now I'm going to go home and I'm going to blitz. Nice, smart heads-up play. Defeats the block from the back. Not only does he get the sack, but watch this play slow-mo. Gets the ball on the ground, forces the fumble, and scoops it up. So you get the sack, fumble recovery. Hits goes for the cycle there. JaCoby Stevens, huge turnover there in enemy territory. Really like that play. And we'll see the rematch here against Alabama. Alabama won this one pretty handily. But you see JaCoby Stevens here. He's going to come from this side of the screen. You're going to see him come downhill. And watch him feel this. Because they're going to go misdirection screen. we're going to get, there's Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith on jet action, going the opposite way. They're trying to get the defense all to flow to that side of the field. They're going to try and hit the running back on a screen going the opposite way. Pretty much everybody on that LSU defense is fooled, except for that guy, number 7. Watch JaCoby Stevens here. He's able to read this play. You see him knife through the double team, get into the backfield, and he gets the TFL against Najee Harris, the first-round pick. Really, really excited about JaCoby Stevens making this transition to the linebacker spot. Why do I think he can make it? He's tough, he's competitive, he's instinctive. He's got that versatile skill set to play the run and the pass. Played 1 high, played 2 high, played in the slot, matched up against running backs and tight ends, did a lot for that LSU defense as the quarterback of that unit over the last couple of years. Excited to see him make that transition here in Philadelphia. Thanks so much for joining us here inside the film room presented by Lincoln Financial Group. We're going to keep breaking down top free agents, all the top draft picks right here in the film room presented by Lincoln Financial Group.